Hey team, it's Miles Seegers. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Hangout. And as you can see, folks, I have a very, very special guest with me.
Hello, everybody.
And she's actually here, guys, because she's going to keep me. She's going to keep me company. I have a question for you guys because I have kind of a weird setup here. I like using earphones because my voice comes through clearer. So I want to ask you guys a question, or I might have to change my mic setup. Can you hear Sonia? Okay. I'm pretty sure you can. You guys can, but just give me a Y if you can hear Sonia. And I know there's a delay, guys. So somebody give me a Y if you can hear Sonia when she first started talking.
Yes.
Thank you, Lucky. I knew somebody was awake. It's funny, guys. Guys, I'm not picking on you either. I think if I wasn't in online marketing, I'd probably be a psychiatrist or something. I was looking at one of the comments here, and I guess, well, I'll tell you what, team, that's what makes me a good online marketing marketer. Not good. I consider myself great. Actually, you should feel the same way about yourself, guys. Never, ever yourself down or guys, listen. If you don't think the best about yourself, nobody else will. So anyway, folks, I consider myself, a pretty good online marketer. I like to analyze people. I think that's why I'm able to connect with people. I'm able to connect with my list. I like to analyze what people say and what they do. So, I was looking at the comments, guys. I was sitting here at 8 o'clock waiting for you guys. We were ready. We just wanted to make sure that everybody was coming on. I see people coming in the movie theater. It's dark, okay? And I saw somebody post. I'm not going to point out the person's name. It's not important. She knows who she is. She's like, who are we waiting for? Are we waiting for Miles? And I saw that comment. I'm saying to myself, well, let's see. Who else does the Hangouts? is there a substitute for Miles or something? So it's just interesting. It's just interesting when you look at different people's comments. But folks, we're going to get right into it because I want to share something with you guys, and I want to lay out a game plan for the next 4 weeks. So what is it today? It's the 14th. Yeah. 2 weeks in November we have. So that will take us to the first 2 weeks of December. What I'm going to do, folks, those of you, and guys, I'm not going to go back and explain the whole story. You folks need to stay in a loop, okay? What's going on, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. So, do folks, is really break it down. Go back to the basics, and sort of like what Vic started to do with Operation 100K, which is definitely going to be resuming. By the way, did all of you see Vic's live stream last night? If not, you need to watch it. Okay, it's in the 4% group, and if you've already seen it, you need to watch it again. Those of you that have been following me for a while, you should know why I'm saying you need to watch it again. I'm going to watch it again. So anyway, Vic's got some amazing things coming out within the 4%. I guess it's version 3.0. It's coming out. I'm very excited about it, guys. And, I'll share something with you, team. Let me go to my other screen here. I'll share something with you. I've discussed different things with Vic, and, I'm really, really excited because Vic does understand that. Listen, sometimes we need to take a step back. I keep saying this to myself. We need to take a step back and really look at what the new person coming online needs. Like, what do they need to get started? Guys, listen, it doesn't matter what business you're in. I have several teams, so some of you are on this team, you're on that team. Some of you are in other companies, you're part of other companies, you're in USI Tech, you're in Digital Altitude, you're in Joe Blow's group. Folks, it really doesn't matter, guys. But as a business person, as a marketer, somewhere implanted in your subconscious mind, you need to look at the fact that, folks, we are sales people. Yes, I know there's plenty of people that they want to change the world, they want to do this, they want to do that. But folks, at the end of the day, okay, which you should be proud of, highest paid profession in the world. We are salespeople. So my goal, and Vic's as well, is to help that new person, whoever they may be, regardless of their background experience, help that new person get their first sale. And then after that, get their second sale and their third sale. And not only just help them, but show them the way. In other words, show them how to fish, so they can continue fishing and feeding their family and feeding their children and their grandchildren and leaving a legacy. So that's my personal goal. And over the next 4 weeks, guys, I'm going to do a 4-part basic training series. We're not going to really start tonight. I'm going to give you kind of like the backdrop tonight. So really next week, and what I'm referring to, folks, is when you get on these Hangouts, they'll be mostly training based. You won't see me much. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you, and I'm going to take you through a 4-part mini series on what I would do, okay, if I was a brand new online marketer. So how does that sound, guys? Does that sound like something you folks would be interested in? And I am looking at your comments, guys. So let me know if that sounds interesting to you guys. Because again, what I'm going to share with you folks over the next 4 weeks, you can apply it to whatever you're doing. Doesn't matter what company you're in. Excuse me. Doesn't matter what you're promoting. Because what you're promoting, folks, is not your business. And I think that's where a lot of people get tripped up. Let me say it one more time. Folks, what you are promoting, including the 4%, including wealth generators, including soon to be Crypto 360, folks, that is not your business. That's the product, guys, or the service. Who's trying to reach me? Don't call me during my Hangouts. Okay. So again, and here's the thing, folks. Some of you know that, okay, but I don't think you're applying it, or maybe you don't know how to apply it. Well, that's where we're going to help you. All right. So let me. I'm just looking at your comments, guys. Awesome. Hey Moses, this sounds good to me too. So here's what we're going to do. I want to share a quick story with you guys. Now, folks, stories are extremely important. Listen, if you don't have a story, or you don't share stories with people, I think you're going to have a difficult time online. You follow me? And folks, I'm not talking about a story where you earned $100,000 last month. No, folks, I'm talking about a story, your story, something that someone else can resonate with. As a matter of fact, guys, a story is simply something that other people can resonate with. Okay, if it involves social proof or something monetary, of course that's great, guys. But what I'm sharing with you guys is you don't necessarily have to have that. Again, how do you deliver that story, guys? We're going to get into it during the training in the coming weeks, but how do you deliver that story? Folks, there's only 2 ways. Either via copy, okay, copywriting, emails, or video. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one more. Podcasting, which not many people do, but still, it's the spoken word, guys. I think of podcasting as sort of like video, but they can't see you, and I'll tell you why. I've worked with people before, folks. I've a couple of times I've been on the radio. It was years ago, and I was with somebody else on the radio, and I can remember that person. Me and this other person, we were on the radio, and I can remember that person being nervous. Think about that, guy. They were nervous on the radio. Now listen, unless there's something new out there, this is probably about 10, 15 years ago. I can understand you being a little nervous being on video. People can see you. They can see how good looking you are, and you don't want that because they might start stalking you and follow you home. But on radio, guys, a podcast, nobody can see you. But yet that person was still nervous. Something to think about, guys. Something to think about the human psychology. Anyway, we'll talk about that at another time. I want to tell you guys a short story. Before I do that, folks, I want to welcome all of the brand new M3 Lifestyle team members. Folks, our team is growing. Our family is growing. I love it, guys, because the people that are coming aboard, the new people that are coming aboard, they're really, really serious, guys. They're serious about changing their lives. Let me say that again. They're serious about changing their lives, not somebody else's. Be careful, team. You need to start with yourself first. You follow me? You need to get yourself dialed in first. Then you can help other people change their life. Listen, what I would probably recommend some of you do, maybe change your script, your terminology that you're using in some of your Facebook posts. Hey, just a suggestion. You don't have to listen to me. What I would probably do is I would say something like, listen, I'm on this journey. I'm on this movement. And, I'd like you to come with me. I'd like you to come with us. In fact, hey, I'm brand new. But you know what? I'm working with some awesome mentors and teachers. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Not that you're brand new and you're faking it, but like you're this big marketer and you're going to help them change their lives. It's not necessary, folks. It's not necessary, and people can see right through that. So I don't think that's anybody here doing that. But if that is you, I recommend that you stop doing that. Seriously. So again, I also like to start off all these hangouts. Wow, time is flying. I like to start off all these hangouts with gratitude and tell you folks how much I appreciate all of you. And I'm sure all of you know that. I do want to remind you before I get into the story that, especially if you just joined our team, we do have a book club. And folks, if you are not participating or you don't have the book or you're not reading it, guys, you need to follow my recommendations, folks. I'm not giving you these suggestions just to waste your time. I'm giving you these suggestions because I know it can really help you. So the book for the month, hold on one second, guys. Wrong monitor. Feels different with my wife here. Here we go.
Oh.
The book for the month of November, okay, is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Awesome book.
Yes.
If you've read it, read it again. Okay, so we have about 2 weeks left, and then I'm going to have a new book for you folks in December. By the way, who does have this book, Start With Why? And who out there is reading it? Give me a why, guys. Give me a why. Listen, folks, as you're giving me those whys, do you know that the average CEO reads about, I think it's like 50, sweetheart, or 60 books a year, something like that? And folks, if these CEOs are reading all of those books, and actually it's more than that, but if these CEOs are reading those books, all of those books, doesn't that tell you something, folks? Doesn't it tell you something? Let's see your comments here. I see a couple of whys. Awesome. Awesome. Well, those of you that have it, you got about 2 weeks left because you need to push yourself. Listen, if you are on, for example, I don't know, page 20, there's no reason why you can't finish this book by November 30th. You certainly can. You certainly can. So anyway, congratulations to all of you that have the book and you're reading it. It's an excellent book. I'm actually really happy to be going through it my second time because, I'm seeing things that I didn't see the first time. Folks, you know how it works. You know how your mind works. So anyway, folks, I want to share a story with you guys. And those of you that have been on our team for, I don't know, a little while, you probably have heard this story, okay? But I want to share it with you again, and especially if we're taking into consideration the newer team members that probably really don't know me or know this story, how I got started online. Folks, I want you to listen carefully. Where appropriate, I want you to take some notes. Where appropriate, I want you to take some notes because the way I'm going to share the story this time, and actually my beautiful wife, Sonia, she's going to help with the story. I think it'll make a lot more sense to you. I think it'll be more realistic. And not only that, folks, there will be elements, there will be golden nuggets in this story that you can apply to your business. As a matter of fact, you'll be able to apply it as soon as tonight, tomorrow, whatever. Okay. So Here's how the story goes, guys. And in fact, I'm going to time myself. I'm looking at the clock and I'm really going to condense it because I could spend an hour on this story, which I don't want to do because I have other stuff I want to cover with you guys. But folks, I really want you to pay attention and realize how powerful stories are. Listen, David Wood. You guys know David Wood? Remember David Wood, Power Network? David Wood taught me the importance of storytelling when I jumped online, going on 5 years ago now. And I knew the guy was a millionaire. I knew that the guy owned a company that was booming at the time. He was a very successful marketer, online marketer, still is. So I said to myself, well, listen, if this guy, he owns this company and he's all these thousands of affiliates they had back then, he must know what he's talking about. So I decided to listen to him, and not only listen, guys, I decided to apply. Listen, and I say listen a lot. I know all of you are listening to me, even if you're driving or, maybe you're texting somebody or maybe you're watching TV while you're listening to me. I know you're listening. But see, the difference is what I did back then, folks. I didn't only listen. I applied what the guy recommended. So let me share this story with you guys. So it was, wow. We're going back to 2012. So it was 2012. I think it was late 2012. December. Okay. All right. And hold on 1 second, folks. I just want to make sure that we got some engaged people here. Oh, awesome. Okay. So check this out, guys. Check this out. And I'm thinking to myself real quick. I'm thinking on speed dial. Is there anybody here that was with me in North Carolina? I don't think so. Carolina. Folks, Raleigh, North Carolina was a pivotal point in my life. Now, what happened is I saw an advertisement on where did I see it? Actually, no. Okay, we need to drill a little deeper. You folks know I used to be a real estate investor. Well, one of my good buddies, Chris Chico. Chris, if you're listening somewhere in cyberspace, I love you, brother. Chris Chico was a huge real estate investor. Still is one of the best around, top wholesaler in the country. Me and him became very good friends. I did well in real estate, but Chris started dabbling in online marketing, internet marketing, as like a side business. And I seen him doing that, and I was like, Chris, what's this all about? And I noticed that he was starting to spend more time in online marketing. So, I started asking him questions about that. At the time, I really wasn't interested. I was solely focused on real estate. But I said to myself, well, if something ever happened with real estate, and if there was a bubble and it burst, which it did in 2008, maybe I could try that internet marketing thing. All right, fast forward. The market crashed. Our business went down. You know the story. But I had that idea of doing online marketing in the back of my mind. So I went to Chris and I said, Chris, is there someone you can recommend? Another thing, guys, I could tell you folks some of these stories. Again, there was another real estate investor, Preston Ely. See, folks, I've learned from so many people. Preston Ely was the type of, he's from Florida. He was another big wholesaler, huge, very successful. The thing I really liked about Preston, his name is Preston Ely, if he didn't know something or he was trying something new or to add something to his business, what he would do is he would always go and seek out the best. I know Vic is like that too. He would say, okay, I want to learn how to do this. Who's the best? I want to learn how to do this. Who's the best? That's what Preston would do. So I learned that from Preston is what I'm getting at. So I went to Chris Chico and I said, Chris, who's the best at teaching online marketing? In fact, who have you been learning from? And he mentioned a person's name who I'm not going to tell you. Okay. But he's a big guru, been around since early 90s. It's not Frank Kern, by the way. Okay. It's not Frank Kern. So I started, Googling this person. I found a landing page that I wanted to get on their list. So I got on his list And sure enough, guess what he did? He started sending me emails, okay? And one of the emails he sent me was for a weekend training, guys. And that training was going to teach you to get, or help you get to $100,000. I think it was over a period of 12 months. I really can't remember.
It
was a year? Okay. And it was guaranteed. If we didn't hit the $100,000 in 12 months, we would get our investment back, our money back. And the investment was $5,000. Now, during that time period when I went, our real estate business was crashing. I was pretty much broke at that time. I think I had a little money stashed away, but that money, my wife is looking at me. That money I had stashed away was for the mortgage and bills and whatever. And you know, the training was $5,000. And like I always do, I sat my wife down. I said, "Sweetheart, take a look at this. I'm going to do this. It's going to work. You know, we'll get our $5,000 back. You know, and you know, so and here's the thing, folks. I had joined before I told her. I wouldn't recommend you do stuff like that, but I had joined before I told her about the program. You know, so. That wasn't very smart, but I did that. So anyway, I think it might have been the couple of weeks after that, I went to this person's house. He's a millionaire. He lives in a mansion. He has a training facility in his house, and that's in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you guys are really good at Googling, you could probably figure out who it is, although I'm not going to tell you the person's name out of respect for this person. Anyway, he's a great guy. Fantastic guy. Very, very knowledgeable. A lot of the gurus online marketers, he taught them. Okay, so he knows his stuff. Well, spent the weekend with him at his house. Didn't stay at his house overnight, but you know, we stayed. Although there's 25 of us, we stayed at a little hotel. They picked us up every morning, drove us to his house. He's got a kick butt house. I'm telling you guys, I can still picture his house. I love his house. He's just beautiful house, guys. Millionaire. So he took us through the training over the weekend. It was let's see, how many days was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, we started Friday morning, because I can remember Friday morning when we started, he came in the classroom and he was kind of like scruffy. And I'm like, oh, okay. I remember he had like a baseball hat on, hadn't shaved, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, some marketers are like that, no big deal. And he was telling us that he had went to bed at 5 o'clock. Yeah, and we all stay up late, guys. I do it too. So I just kind of put two and two together. I said, okay, whatever. So he had got right into Facebook training. He started teaching. And again, I was totally new to Facebook PPC. And he started teaching us Facebook and you know, a lot of different things. In fact, it's coming back to me now. A lot of different traffic strategies that people can use, especially a newer person on a budget. He started teaching us all that stuff. Now, so that was Friday, Saturday, and our last day was Sunday. Well, so went through the training. I was all excited. You know, came back home. You know, Sonia asked me how it was. I'm like, you know, it was great. Now, here's the thing. Once I settled in on Monday and Tuesday, started going through things, I found that I was having a hard time applying what he taught. And then as the months went by, and guys, you know me, I'm a sponge. He had follow-up training. So he had, guys, this was a $5,000 training, and his follow-up trainings were just one a month for the next 12 months. That was it. Just once a month. Guys, I'm here every week. You know, but it was just once a month. So, and I never missed a training, of course. You know me. And no matter what I did, apply what he was teaching. And also, he started to really focus on traffic generation, which is one of the most important components of any online business. But here's what I found out about this person, guys. I'll get right to the end of it. Here's what I found out. He knows his stuff. He's a guru, okay? But as far as teaching somebody else and delivering the information, he's just not good at that. He wasn't, because as a matter of fact, during our follow-ups, we could send them emails on what we needed help with. And then I think at one point I actually had called him. There was a number we could call. And I said, hey, I said, you know, I'm doing everything you're telling me to do. I was running Facebook ads back then. And, you know, I was selling this product, guys. It was a fairly high ticket product. It was a membership course, how to build a membership. It was how to build a membership site and everything. And it was $3,000. So that's fairly high ticket. Folks, I couldn't sell any of them. I mean, I followed what he told me to do to the letter, and I couldn't sell them. Okay. So I need to fast forward even more. That's when I ran into Vic, because I was trying to learn traffic generation. And I remember asking this other person, that guru, I said, hey, you know, I can't get my ads to convert. He said, Miles, the reason why your ads are not converting is because your traffic is probably not targeted. At the time, that was the first time I really heard that word targeted. And I said, what do you mean by targeted? And he attempted to explain it to me, but it's like he knew this stuff, but he couldn't like transfer it to somebody else. So I started Googling traffic generation. That's when I found Vic. Okay. So you folks, most of you know that story. So here's the point of the story. That's not even really the story. That's the backdrop. Here's the story, folks. So I met Vic. I joined High Traffic Academy. I had something to promote now. Oh, by the way, okay, the reason why I joined High Traffic Academy is because if you remember during the High Traffic Academy funnel, there were 4 free videos. Okay, you remember that? 4 free ones. They were about an hour long. I had never seen anybody do that, like per training, and it was free. Anyway, I took what Vic was teaching on those 4 pre-frame videos. Hadn't even joined High Traffic Academy yet. I applied just a few of the things he was teaching in those free videos. I applied that to that membership site. Folks, I generated, I think, 2 or 3 sales, and the commission was $1,000. So at that point, I was sold. I'm like, I don't know who this guy Vic is, but whatever he's selling, I want to be part of it. He was promoting High Traffic Academy. I joined. Okay, like a lot of you. Does this bring back memory, folks? A lot of you joined High Traffic Academy. Okay, does this bring back memories? And I hope you folks are listening, because what I'm going to share with you, I'm telling you, if you apply it, whatever you're trying to sell, you can probably get a few sales this weekend or next week. Okay, so here's the deal. At this person's house, there was a classroom of us of 25 people. Guys, I remember that number. It was 25 of us. I think I was sitting in the second row. We moved around a little bit. So guess what, guys? During breaks, obviously, we kind of got to know each other. And folks, you may not believe this. Laugh as much as you want. Ask my wife. I'm a very quiet person. Seriously. You know, and I told you folks the story last week that what brings me out of my shell. So anyway, I talked to a few people in class, not many. And I can remember Sunday, guys. And remember, I was asking questions during class. I was participating, okay? I remember asking questions, but still, I was pretty much quiet during class. So I can remember Sunday night, guys, or Sunday before we're going to leave. How many of you have been to an event, a conference, a seminar, a training, and then at the end of it, somebody has a bright idea to pass around a piece of paper? You know, they pass around a sheet of paper, and you put your name on it, your email, and your phone number. Because see, now, supposedly, we're all friends. We're bonding, you know. And yeah, of course, I participate. I put my name, my phone number on that. And they had our email. So when I got back that following week, the person that was organizing this sent us an email with everybody's numbers and information. Okay, listen to what I'm saying, guys. So if you think about this, in a way, it was only 25 people, but in a way, and I started to figure it out after listening to Vic. In a way, it was the beginnings of building a list, because I had their emails. So what did I do? I added them to my autoresponder. Of course, they freely gave me their emails. It was only around 25 people. So what did I do, folks? I started contacting those people. I didn't call them. I started with just an email. In fact, I know I emailed all of them. Okay. And what do you think I emailed them? Well, I was a proud brand new affiliate of High Traffic Academy. Okay. So what do you think I did, folks? What do you think I did? I emailed them my link for High Traffic Academy version 1. I mean, the original one. And for some reason, guys, and again, it's just a way of thinking. For some reason, I knew I would, sweetheart, I knew I would generate some sales. I knew, I just knew it because, and here's the other thing. It was the content, and I didn't do no videos, guys. It was the content of those emails. Guys, what did I tell you about High Traffic Academy? What did I tell you before I joined? Are you listening? What did I tell you? The 4 pre-frame videos Vic created helped me get sales on that product I couldn't sell from the other guru. So I was pumped up. I was like, High Traffic Academy is the greatest thing in the world. So, and folks, if you're promoting something, you've got to have that belief. You've got to have that passion, that confidence. Listen, if you, whatever you're doing, if you don't think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, nobody else will. And when you're talking to somebody, when you're sharing it with somebody, sweetheart, they'll know.
But I think it was more the preparation. It throughout the whole period of time that he did that training and found Vic and started with the HTA trainings and videos. I think that's where you started getting. He started getting the confidence and being able to deliver the information to other people and being able to transmit it and also believe in himself as to what you could do and what you couldn't do. So and getting that point across to other people and what was available to them, and they saw.
Well, I'll tell you something. That's all true, swear. But you know what? Yeah. I'm going to drop the bomb on them right now because, folks, again, there needs to be another catalyst. Like, you can have all the confidence in the world, you can have the greatest product in the world, but there needs to be another catalyst to close the deal. Here's what it was. Here's what it was, guys. And what I'm going to tell you, folks, every single one of you can do this. I can remember sitting in class. Remember, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm befriending these people. I can remember sitting in class where we're coming to a close. I think we were on break. And we were on break. I remember always talking to somebody. Not that I necessarily reached out to them because I'm fairly quiet. But somehow I always talk to somebody. So even though we didn't become great friends, they had a chance to, I don't know, guys, assess my personality, whatever, guys. Again, there was nothing special that I did. The only thing I did do is I was in a room with these people, talk about, and in fact, these people were all trying to build an online business. We were all there for the same reason. So wouldn't you say these people were targeted? They were extremely targeted. And, you know, it might have been only a few hours time I spent with them, but I made a connection. That's all. They didn't really know nothing about me. I didn't know nothing about them. But when I sent them that email, okay, I truly believe the reason why some of them didn't respond, and the majority didn't respond. The reason why some of them did not respond is because they didn't even remember me. They didn't remember me. But some of those people did remember me. Okay? They did remember me. And you know, I learned something about those people. You know, just like you could, folks, you can do this with your list. That's why we recommend that you survey your list. Well, if you're in a public forum with people, in a room with them, you can actually kind of survey them without them even knowing it. I mean, you're not going to, like, you know, give them the drill, but you're just having a conversation. Here's what I knew, folks. Check this out, guys. It's powerful. Here's what I knew. I knew that every single person there was interested in traffic generation. In fact, that's what that person focused on over the weekend. Traffic generation. He was teaching us Facebook PPC. He was teaching, there was another website. Oh man, it's been years, guys. It was something about fishes. And another thing, he taught us about this dating website That's very, very popular. And yeah, it's a dating website, but guess what? People that date are looking to make money too. So he was teaching us how to leverage these websites, but he wasn't doing it in a good way. So let me hone back in on the story. So because I was in this room with these people, and some of you may be saying, well, Miles, you know, I'm not in a room with anybody. Listen up. So I was in this room with these people, and I wasn't even trying to make a connection with them. I wasn't thinking ahead that, oh, well, I'm going to sell them something. I wasn't, you know, maybe if I was, I would have even done better. But I made that connection with them. So when they got my email, some of them remembered. They remembered me. You know, they remember the good-looking guy in the second row. I'm just kidding, folks. But they remember. In fact, I remember one guy asking me, folks, these little things are important. I remember one guy asking me, he was a really nice guy too. I think him and his wife were there. They were from England or somewhere. I remember him asking me, he's like, he goes, so where are you from? He goes, you look like you're mixed with something, which is true, folks. But that was a conversation starter. That kind of broke the ice. You follow me? So we started talking. And anyway, so when I did send out that email, I believe it was, you know what's weird? It was quite a few. It was maybe, God, I think it was like 7 or 8 of them. Mm-hmm. 7 or 8 of them. And I told them about this this program I had joined called High Traffic Academy. Where I asked them, I said, how's your business going? You know, I kind of knew how it was going because the teacher wasn't very good. And I knew they were struggling with traffic generation like I was. So I sent them my link. They went through Vic's, you know, 4-part video series. It blew them away too. But not only that, there was a face behind this product. I'm not talking about Vic's face, my face. There was a face behind the product. I was giving them recommendations. I was giving them a recommendation coming from somebody that they were starting to trust, somebody that's likable. It was me. Not only that, folks, I had some results. Remember I told you that before I joined, I generated like 3 of those membership sales? Well, some of you might be thinking, okay, Miles, I can probably do something like that, but I don't have any sales. Folks, it does not have to be your sales. You can talk about the sales that your team is generating. You follow me? What your team is doing. So I got to bring this home, guys, because time flies when you're having fun. It's like 8:45 already. Here's the point of this story. Every single one of you can go out and do this. Now, hey, folks, you can do it any way you want to do it. You can look for an event that you can go to but you want to be strategic with the event. Find an event where you know those people are interested in the same thing that you're promoting somewhat. You follow me? Go to an event like that. And remember, the event I went to, there was only 25 people. You know, talk about a small market. But most of the events you're going to go to is probably like 100 people or 1,000 people. But here's my point. You need to think strategically. I'm telling you guys this all the time. Think ahead. The people at this event, would they be interested in what I'm promoting right now? If the answer is no, don't go to that one. Okay. Now the event, guys, could be far away. I know that's, you know, we're talking about that's an extra expense, hopping on a plane and going. Sure, you can do that. Those of you that can do that or want to do it, you don't have to do that. And here's why. Because Sonia is here because she reminded me of something. And let me check something, guys. Somebody's trying to reach me. It's so annoying when I'm, you know. Okay, so okay, let's go back to where we were. That can wait. So here's the deal. There are local events. There's no excuse, guys. There are local events you can go to. Do you know? Yeah. Hold on a second, baby. Do you know that there are local guys? I see them all the time. There are local online marketing, internet marketing type home business events in your area, in your locality, neighborhood, maybe the next city over that you can go to. And sweetheart, you reminded me earlier, what are they called?
Meetups.
They are called meetups. Folks, we used to go to a real estate meetup. Remember?
Yeah.
There was one here. We used to go to a lot of them. There was one right in Pennsylvania. There was one in Baltimore. Okay. And here's the thing, folks, I tell you, if I had created some type of real estate course and I was trying to sell it, and I remember going to those meetups, man, talk about a prime market. You know, they were targeted. You can't get any more targeted. So guys, as far as what we do, what type of meetups are there? Well, I know because at one time, and I'm still going to do it as soon as I find time. I was going to start an internet marketing meetup. Okay, I was going to start. So I started looking into meetups, and I found that I started looking. Oh, folks, all you got to do is Google. I started looking. You know what I found, Swear? I found affiliate marketing meetups. I found SEO meetups. Okay. Hey, listen, even if it's SEO, those people, it's still online marketing.
I think you can find them on Facebook.
You can find them on Facebook. You can find them anywhere.
You should be able to find them there.
So what you could do, not what you could do, what I recommend, go to a meetup. Okay. And, you know, you're not going to go there talking about your product that you're selling. You're just going there to make friends. You're going there to make connections. Okay. And I admit, depending on if it's an event or a meetup, you may not get a list of names. Okay. Because maybe that's not happening at that meetup, but you can certainly start connecting with people. Now, here's the thing. This is why events are powerful, and they could be a small event. At an event, guys, if it's in fact, I know this is during the smaller events, not those big. So this is even in your favor. This normally happens at the smaller events, not the 1,000 or 5,000. The smaller events, somebody is going to take out a piece of paper and say, "Hey, let's circulate," because you know we're all kumbaya now. And if somebody doesn't do that, what should you do? You do it. You initiate. Let me back up a second.
Business course.
You could even do that at a meetup. You could even do that. You could do that at a meetup. Ask for their business cards. Take out a piece of paper. Or guys, this is not brain surgery. I'm sure I got the juices flowing. I'm sure I got your mind working. Here's my point. Okay, here's my point of the entire story. That setting with those 25 people. And remember, at that point, I had no list. No list. Okay. Well, they were the list. So, okay. I was starting to build a list, but not much of a list to speak of. But that was my catalyst, guys, because I was able to generate sales from my Traffic Academy. Man, this is good stuff. And I'm telling you, folks, you can do this. You can, and if you need help with this, like you need help like refining it, contact me, because here's the cherry on top. Vic taught me this. Those people that joined High Traffic Academy, and I tell you, folks, I was so proud of myself because my High Traffic Academy sales were growing, but it started from those people in Raleigh, North Carolina. After those people signed up for High Traffic Academy, what do you think was the first thing I did? After they joined High Traffic Academy, what do you think I did next? And I'm going to look at the comments because you folks should know what I did next, because I'm always sharing it with you guys. Austin Tools, awesome, excuse me, awesome, brother. What do you think I did next, team? Well, I wanted those people to become part of my community. I wanted to build a community. Those people, sure, I sold stuff. I sold High Traffic Academy memberships. I could have sold the membership and let them go on their own way. No. I want every single thing I've ever promoted. I wanted to build a team around it. I wanted to build a team. I wanted us to connect. I wanted to have a mastermind. Why is that, guys? Because that is one of the best ways to create that likability and that trust factor, by creating a team. And by doing that, you never know what the future holds. You never know what the future holds, because when I joined High Traffic Academy, I knew nothing about Empower Network. I knew nothing about Big Idea Mastermind. I didn't know Vic was going to come out with something called Big Idea Mastermind. I had no clue. But when he did, okay, when Vic did, I'm like, I'm in. I didn't join Empower Network. This is strategic, folks. Well, technically I did, but I wasn't interested in joining Empower Network, sweetheart. I was interested in joining Big Idea Mastermind, and so were many of you. Now, I joined Big Idea Mastermind. I was fired up. What was the next step as a business person, as a marketer? Well, to bring more people in. Who do you think I went to and said, hey, guys, team, high traffic, and I remember it was my High Traffic Academy team. I just joined this thing called Big Idea Mastermind, and we're going to do this, and this is our vision, and blah, blah, blah. They got fired up. They got fired up. Now, not everybody joined Big Idea Mastermind, but I will tell you right off the bat, 4 or 5 of them, you see the progression, guys, from High Traffic Academy to Big Idea Mastermind, building the community. 4 or 5 of them joined Big Idea Mastermind. And not only did they join, you folks remember Empower Network, not only did they join, they went all in. And why did they go all in? Because I went all in. And not only that, I went all in, and I recommended that they go all in. And I explained to them why they should go all in. Not just do it. I explained to them why they should go all in. And folks, what I'm sharing with you, that is how my business, our business started. That was the catalyst. And as they say, from there, the rest is history. And folks, I will tell you, from that point, our business just didn't go straight up. It's you know, we've had some bumpy ride. We had some bumps, but folks, here's the thing. In spite of the bumps or whatever, we kept going. We kept going. You know, to this day, we kept going. And folks, that's all you really need to do. I want to talk to the fictitious, real quick. I want to talk to the fictitious Susan. I don't think there's a Susan on our team. So this is fictitious. Susan, okay, just joined us today. She just joined 4% today. And Susan has no less, okay? Susan has no marketing skills, okay? But she does have an autoresponder. And, you know, she knows somewhat what to do with that autoresponder to collect emails. Guys, that's all you're doing. Like Groupon, you're collecting emails. And she knows how to send out an email. But Susan and I have been talking, and she's just confused about this traffic generation. In fact, like many of you, I've tried different traffic strategies, and you know, the way you've done it or whatever hasn't worked for you. Susan hasn't even done that. She hasn't ran any traffic. So she's like, Miles, how can I get started, you know, with nothing? And what I recommended to you earlier is the same thing I would recommend to fictitious Susan. You know, go to some local event, because what you're looking for, folks, what you're looking for is traffic. What is traffic? People. That's it. Where are people? Everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere, guys. I mean, I don't know. I think there may be some people that may, you know, they may befriend people at their church. Hey, whatever works for you guys. But again, that could make things a little more difficult for you. It can make the ride a little more difficult, because I can probably surmise that those people at your church are not targeted. Sure, everybody wants to make money. I'm not talking. Listen, every single person. Let me share something with you. How many people are on Facebook? 1 billion, sweetheart? Is it 1 billion? Mm-hmm. Okay, here's what I know. Every single one of those 1 billion people on Facebook want to make money or earn more money. But that doesn't mean they want your product. They're not targeted for your product. So what I'm saying is, guys, if you're going to go in some you know, setting, an event or whatever, you want to go where you know those people will be targeted. Last thing I want to share with you, which is like a substitute for a live setting, would be forums. And there are plenty of them around. Okay. Of course, there's the old standby warrior forum, but you know, I wouldn't do it like most people. I would not go there and post my link. Here's what I would do. I would go there. Okay. I would go to some forums, very powerful. I would go to some forums. I would start asking questions, even if you know the answer. Just start engaging, start asking questions. See who's going to answer. Maybe some people won't answer. They're just interested in selling stuff. But I can share with you, you want to look for groups where people are asking questions. You want to look for those, like all of those thousands of Facebook groups where some of you are posting stuff in there. It's pretty much a waste of time, guys. I'm just going to say it. I mean, it makes you feel like you're doing something, but for the most part, it's kind of like an old-fashioned Craigslist where you post your thing and then a couple hours later it's buried and nobody saw it. But forums, guys, are powerful. And in fact, this technique I'm talking about, you can do that in Facebook groups. But what I would do is, guys, I would ask questions, even if I know the answer, and I would look for other people's questions. In fact, that is the number one thing I would do. I would look for a group, Facebook group, or a forum where the people are asking questions. In fact, if you guys, I'll tell you something. If you locate a Facebook group or a forum and nobody's asking questions, get out of it. You're wasting your time. It's just a free-for-all. It's like a safe list. You want a group where people are asking questions, okay, and they're looking for value. But guess what? As they're asking those questions, you're going to be there to provide that value. And you know what I would do, guys? Seriously, if you run into a situation like this, you see a question and you're like, man, I don't know the answer. I don't know it myself. You know what I would do? This is what Miles would do. I would run to Google and YouTube. I would run and find the answer as quick as I could, okay? Come back and answer it. That's what I would do. That's how you win, folks. That's how you win. So, in conclusion, what I just shared with you folks has nothing to do with driving traffic, building landing page. That's all components of online marketing. But the story I shared with you, how I got started, has nothing to do with, not really. It does have to do with, well, I spent $5,000 and I flew to Raleigh, North Carolina, and I sat for a couple of days with 25 people. However, knowing what I know now, I didn't know that back then. No, just like Davy Jones, like Vic, knowing what he knows now, knowing what I know now, I could have went to some event locally, 25 or 50 people, and just spent money on gas, and got to know those people, and obviously I'm promoting a few things, and as I make a connection with them, I just share with them what I'm promoting, and not only that, I share with them the results I'm getting from what I'm promoting. I share the results, and if I don't have results, I share the results that my team members are getting. I'm like, I would be very honest with them. I'm fairly new to this also. Let's do this together. Look at what my buddy over here, look at what he's been able to do. Look at what she's done, And folks, I will tell you, there is nothing. Okay, here's the last thing I'll tell you. There's nothing you are doing. I don't care what you're doing. There's nothing that you are doing that somebody in there is not getting results. Because if you're part of program X and nobody's getting results, you need to quit. You need to quit. Obviously, folks, I would say that that's a red flag. Okay, so whether it's Digital Attitude, USI Tech, whatever, even if it's a crappy program, somebody's getting results. Okay, so share those results. And if it's a type of program where the person that's getting results doesn't want to share, or they don't like you and you can't share the results, well, then you need to quit. Find the program where people work together, and you sharing somebody else's results, they'll be more than happy to let you edify them and share results with them. All right, guys. So that is how, in a nutshell, Sonia and I, got to where we are. And of course, over the years, we refined it. And then, as I did start generating some sales, I was able to put some of that money back into the business and start running traffic. Not any type of traffic either. Start running quality traffic, because I know there's quite a few people. I talk to them all the time. And they're like, Miles, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm running traffic. My question is, okay, what's the quality of that traffic? Are you running traffic to people? Okay. Are you running traffic to people that hate boats? They hate fishing. They're not boaters, but you have a boating product. So are you running traffic to those people? They're not interested. And I don't mean to make jest of it, folks, but I'm serious. Like, learning how to target your market more efficiently, that's a skill. That's what we do. And the more you do it, the more you fail at it, you will get better, guys. You will get better. So let me see if you guys are still here with us. Okay. Now, as I said, next week we're going to be starting. I know that some of us here, we're going to be joining a presentation at 10 o'clock. I will be there too. Okay. So give me about 10 minutes, team. I want to give you an overview of what we're going to cover in this 4-part video series starting next week. And it's absolutely free, of course, for you guys. I could charge for this, but I wouldn't charge. I'm saying the value, folks, could be chargeable, but of course, it's free to you guys. So, folks, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to share with you guys briefly some of the things that we are going to cover. And, folks, just real quick, wasn't my wife fantastic?
I didn't say anything.
You said it. You set it up, folks. The reason why she's here because I wanted. Come on, sweetheart. I wanted you to be here.
Yeah.
To validate that story in Raleigh, and right. You can look into the camera and tell them what I said about that story. How I spent $5,000 you didn't know about. Is it the truth or is it the truth?
Is truth. Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with them?
I don't know. It's funny because. A lot of people, like, you're comfortable with the camera and you're comfortable with transmitting the
information. Well, it took me a few years.
We know you guys
are this way.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, we know you guys are back there, and I'm just like a lot of you don't like the camera, and it's because I don't know if it's because of speaking to people and what they're going to think of me, or just looking at that little piece of camera and looking at the back.
I think it's a few, but it's a combination of things.
And that's one thing that I can say about a lot of the people that, I mean, I don't know if some of the team members, I know and I see a lot of videos from a lot of them, and a lot of them are getting comfortable. But to me, it's like the discomfort of looking at that piece of equipment.
Yes, and I will tell you something. I'm going to say something.
It's weird.
I'm going to say something. I don't expect it to click just like that. But what I'm going to say to you folks, it is the truth. When you find something that you're excited about,
yeah, that's true.
You really believe in it,
yeah.
Okay? And it has helped you. Even if it hasn't helped you yet, you know that it has the potential to help you. At that point, you don't care. You just want to tell the world.
True.
So, you will get in front of a camera, whatever. Look, if you don't feel that you can shout it from the mountaintop, then you should be doing something else. Listen, the energy that you create, okay, the thing you're trying to sell or whatever, guys, I don't know how it works. Talk to Bob Proctor. He's the expert. He taught me a lot, guys, but I don't know how to, but that energy you create, that feeling, that passion, it will drive those sales. And if you kind of believe in it, like we always tell people to go all in. And some people will figure, well, I'll go halfway. I'll make a little money and then I'll go all in. Well, I think here in 2017, most people have figured out that doesn't work. And in fact, I've 5 years I've been doing this, folks. I've never met somebody that, they didn't go all in or they went halfway. They started generating sales. And they put all that money back into. They didn't use that money for none of their bills. They put all that money back into their business, and then they went all in. 5 years, folks. I've never seen it. So what I would submit to you guys, it's much better if you can, guys. Trust me. I understand. If financially you just can't do it yet, fine. But I'll tell you something, folks. I've talked to hundreds of people all around the world. Met thousands of people, and I know that there's probably half of them could go all in. They just don't want to. They want to sit back and they want to see how it does first. As a matter of fact, let me say this one thing with you before I share my screen. And she's not here. She's not part of the team yet. There's a lady who is promoting one of my MSIs. She has not joined. And if there's somebody on the team doing this, I'm not referring to you. I'm referring to a lady I spoke to today. Okay, she's not on the team. She's promoting one of my MSIs, but she hasn't joined yet. And I'm like, okay, so how are you doing that? She's like, Miles, I'm sharing your presentation. I'm like, cool, but I'm like, you know that you're kind of handicapping yourself, because if you were an official member, you would get access to training that only members do. Not only that, we have marketing systems, funnels, and materials that you don't have access to. So if you can't sell the thing, you're going to come to the conclusion it doesn't work.
You're doing yourself a disservice.
Exactly. You're going to come to the conclusion it doesn't work because basically, you are a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Okay? Or I'm sorry, you're a one-legged woman in a butt-kicking contest. It's the truth. So it's like, you know, I'm like, if you want to work with me, you want to be part of what we're doing, just join. Stop pussyfooting around and just join. Anyway, guys, so let me share this with you real quick. Just to give you, we got 5 minutes left. Just to give you guys like an overview of what we're going to. Let's see. 1 second, guys. Folks, I'm really glad you're enjoying the value, or you see this as valuable.
Here's Myra. How are you doing, Myra?
I'm really glad that you folks are. And I'll tell you something, folks. I wish we were closer. I mean, physically, because if you folks were like in our area, like, you know, Philadelphia, New York, do you know that I would go with you to a meetup or an event? I would go with you. Okay. And you and I would make connections together. Do you think that might a little bit help your business?
I think we should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let you work on that, sweetheart. You got a lot of ideas, so I'm going to let you work on that. Okay.
I get myself into, huh?
So I'm going to share my screen, guys. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you. And okay, so team, I'm sure you can see my screen now. So of course I will. So check this out, guys. You're looking at our M3 Lifestyle Team Facebook group. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you, I've already talked about this, guys. If you missed it, you'll want to watch the recording. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because, again, what is this, guys? What are you looking at here? Is this a Facebook group? Well, to the untrained eye, this is a Facebook group. To me, this is a community. This is a team. This is a mastermind. This is a group of people that have the same hopes and dreams that I have. You know, they got family, they got bills, they got concerns. You know, these are living, breathing people. It's much more than a 1,000-member, nameless, do nothing Facebook group. This is a team of like-minded people. All of you should be looking to build something like this. I don't care if it's 5 people. Okay, we'll talk about that. But what we're going to do, folks, and I shared this with you, guys, I do so many lives. I'm not sure when I shared this a couple of days ago that we are going to go back, guys. We're going to start from the basics from the beginning. All right. And something I know, folks, something I know that I know this for a fact. Many of you had ClickFunnels and you've gotten rid of it. Maybe because you felt you couldn't afford it or whatever. I'm telling you, folks, I'll say it this way, because I am not trying to sell you something. I'm trying to help you. I'll say it this way. You need some type of funnel builder, landing page builder. Listen, if you don't want to use ClickFunnels, I won't use nothing but ClickFunnels. I have a Lead Pages account. I don't really use it. I just make money off of it because I'm an affiliate. ClickFunnels is the best. And plus, ClickFunnels are so much easier than lead pages. It's just better. I recommend ClickFunnels. If you're saying you can't afford it, whatever, then get something cheaper. But you need to have some type of funnel builder, because without a funnel builder, these are the things we're going to talk about, team. Excuse me. Without a funnel builder, you have no business. And I know that. I know that for a fact. If you are not employing some type of funnel builder, you have no business. How do I know that? Because that tells me you're not making any custom landing pages. Those of you that are part, for example, you're part of our Wealth Generators team. You have access to System Pal. System Pal is incredible. Randy's put together some incredible opt-in landing pages. However, you need to be able to create your own, okay? And the pages that Randy has back there, as great as they are, well, folks, the last time I checked, Sonia can correct me, I think there's 6 or 7 of them. You need more. You need to test, and test some more. And not only that, Online Marketing 101. What are we trying to do? With those landing pages, and like, again, there's different types of landing pages. Randy's pages are more informational, okay? And that's great. But at the end of the day, folks, remember, we're going back to the basics. At the end of the day, what are we trying to do? Just get the person's information. Name and email, or just email. That's all. That's all we want. And in your mind, you should be saying to yourself, like if you were talking to the person subconsciously, hey, listen, buddy, listen, I'm not trying to sell you anything yet. I just want your email. Just give me your email. I'll leave you alone for now. Just give me your email. That's all you're trying to do, guys. So what I'm saying, folks, is your landing page can be very basic. It's got to be catchy, something that curiosity driven. You've got to provide a reason why they would want to give you their email. Guys, even though it's an email, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, their email. It's their email. It's their privacy, you know? So you want to make it curiosity driven. It can be very basic. And again, as an online marketer, it's great. And I'm talking about Randy Strum, my good friend Randy Strum, because, you know, I'm part of Wealth Generators. As great as Randy's landing pages are, you need to be able to create your own. You cannot build a successful business by just relying on somebody else to create landing pages for you. You follow me? You need to know how to do it, because that's going to increase your skills as a marketer. Okay? And here's the thing. What if a segment of the population doesn't resonate with Randy's landing pages? Could happen. What are you going to do then? Oh, I know, you'll do nothing. And your business just stops. So again, some type of funnel builder is important. I like ClickFunnels. And I'm going to give you guys an example. Crypto 360. A lot of you folks are familiar with that. That should be launching any day now, probably tomorrow, I'm hoping. So I think everybody here are all on the same page. You folks know I became a founding member, so I was able to start getting people pre-registered. Okay, I don't have any actual members yet, but getting people pre-registered. So what Vic did, Vic gave us a funnel, okay, a landing page he built. And he did it in ClickFunnels. He gave us a share code. This is just the founding members, okay? I'm going to be doing this for you guys, but not that much. I don't want to give you folks too many landing pages. I mean, I want you to build your own, and I'll show you how to do that. That's step one, because listen, your business, okay, it's a store. I'm talking to the brand new people that just jumped online today. You need to understand this. Your online business is a virtual store. Well, the last time I checked, every store I've ever been in has a door. And that landing page is your front door. Virtually, it's your front door. So you need to be working on crafting the best front door that you can. The beautiful thing about it being virtual online, guess what? Unlike a store offline, like a pizza shop, They have a front door. Here's the problem. They can never change their front door. It looks the same all the time. But see, the beautiful thing, the flexibility that we have as online marketers, we can change our front door all the time. We can split test our front door. I'm sure many of these, brick and mortar stores wish they could do that, but they can't. So here's what I want to show you something, guys. Vic shared a page with me. And reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, and some of you have seen this because you opted in, but when he shared that page with me, because I have something like ClickFunnels, I was able to change it a little bit. I was able to, make it more me. And also, hey folks, I'm sorry to tell you. Well, I'm not sorry. I'm telling you, this is a business. If you're an affiliate, guess what? There's more. Okay. It's not just you. So for lack of better words, there's some competition. So to be able to craft a little mini funnel, and it's only you, like nobody else has what you have, that really eliminates the competition. It does. So I'm gonna just, with the little time I have left, break down each little. Well, I'm not gonna break it down. I'm gonna show you the initial funnel that Vic gave me. This is a standard funnel. Okay. I think I might have it up already. No, I don't. This is it. This was the share code that he gave me. Okay. You see that? Some of you have seen that. Great. You opted in. Okay. So you saw that. Now, a funnel, folks, what is a funnel? A funnel is basically two or more web pages. If it's just one web page, well, it's not a funnel. Some funnels are maybe 5 web pages, 6, 7, it could be 20. And I'm not even talking about your follow-up emails. I'm talking about just the funnel. Most funnels are probably, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4, 5 web pages. That comprises a funnel. Okay. So this particular funnel that Vic gave me, it really only had 2 pages. It was the page I just showed you, and it was a thank you page. And that was it. Vic told us, well, you need to connect this funnel to your autoresponder, which I did. And I will show all of you how to do. Even if you know how to do it, fine. I'm talking to the people that don't know how to do it. Okay. This will be just like a refresher. And of course, I'm going to be demonstrating it on ClickFunnels. If you don't have ClickFunnels, well, you can still do it. You can just apply what I'm showing in the coming weeks to whatever landing page builder you have, funnel builder you have. But you need to have a funnel builder, guys. If you're trying to like get around it, and you're trying to build your business because the company gave you landing pages, so you think that's all you need, folks, you're hurting yourself. You need more. You need more. You want to know why you're not, progressing as fast as you'd like? I'm telling you. So here's page 2, or in ClickFunnels, they call them steps. They don't call them pages. So here's my second step. Okay. I'm going to share this with you guys. Here's my second step. Very simple. Okay. It's a 2-step. I love 2 steps, by the way. Sometimes I think they're more effective than having the opt-in box right on the first page. And it's very simple. Just enter your name and your email. That's it. So when a person does that, okay, it's going to take them here. Now, this here that I'm adding, this wasn't there before. These last 2 steps I added. And the reason why I was able to do that is because I have a funnel builder. So after Steve, I saw the name, after Steve put in his information, right away Steve saw this. He's like, boom, Steve, you've made it. Your request was submitted successfully. And notice something. I have a page. I have another page coming up after this. And I know many of you have seen this. I have another page coming up after this. But even though it's coming up, I don't want to take the assumption that the person is going to click on the link or they're going to go to the next page. So I'm telling them, I'm telling them, click on the button below to receive a special message from Miles. And they're like, okay, who the heck is Miles? Let me see. Okay, so when they click on that, okay, they're going to get a personal message from me, which is here. And I know many of you have seen that. I know many of you have seen that. Now, even as the beginner, folks, you can do this. You don't have to have a video. Videos are effective, but if you're like, okay, I'm not ready for video. Look, folks, whatever you're not ready for yet, don't let that stop you. If you're not ready for video yet, what I would have done here is put not really a long form type of sales letter, but I would have wrote something telling them that, hey, you know, I would just wrote it. Okay. Hi, my name is Miles Seegers, blah, blah, blah. Check your email shortly. You're going to be getting an email from me. I just wanted to connect with you. Listen, this crypto stuff that you're interested in, guess what? I'm building a team and a community around it. Okay. And we're going to all be learning together. And I'd love for you to be part of it. That's it, guys. Nothing complicated. And then they should automatically get an email from me. Now, those of you that went through this funnel, okay, I want to make sure that I clarify this. I did not send you an email. At least I don't think I did. I did not send you an email right away. The reason why and I'm telling you folks, I should have, but the reason why I didn't, because we were in we were in pre-launch. We weren't even in pre-launch. And then I forgot to do it. But even without that, this has been pretty effective. But normally, okay, even though, and I always do that, but I didn't do it this time. Normally, after they saw this, they would also get an email from me. And you know what? That email from me probably would have possibly this same video. Okay, just as a reminder. Hey, in case you missed my video, you know, something like that. So again, folks, these are the type of things that I'm going to show you. And again, I'm telling you, folks, I'm going to try to get as basic as I can, because I was talking to somebody the other night, and this person, maybe she's here, but you know, hey, we don't hold stuff back. We're not here to embarrass anybody. We're here to grow together. Okay, so if you're listening, I'm not picking on you, but this person has been part of the 4% for a while, and they didn't know how to build out like a little funnel, how to connect their link. I think the person didn't know how to connect their autoresponder, because they went to another 4%er that was walking them through the process. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. If you remember the 4%, hasn't Vic taught all of this? Yes, he has taught all of this. But again, hey, people learn at different speeds. Okay. For example, somebody that's just joining today, Vic taught something 6 months ago, and it might even be removed from the 4% back office because Vic is updating it. So they wouldn't have access to that. Again, that's neither here or there, folks. It's neither here or there. If the person for some reason didn't get it when Vic was teaching it, that's neither here or there. All I'm here to tell you, folks, is as your partner, because I don't really like the word sponsor, as your business partner, I'm going to be here to help you folks with everything you need, whatever's missing, whatever you like the basics, like you don't know. I'm going to be here to help you with that and show you what to do, because folks, you need to have this stuff down before you can move on. And don't get it twisted, guys. You can start out with social media. You can start out with, you know, meetup groups or whatever. But eventually, as you want to scale your business, you are going to need to drive traffic, a lot of traffic. And when you start driving traffic, that is going to involve funnels and split testing. All right, folks. So that is the type of things. I'm going to share my screen, unshare my screen, stop sharing. That is the type of things that we are going to be. Yeah, we're back. That's the type of things, folks, that we're going to be covering. So, folks, as you can see, even for those of you that have been here for a while, but you know, maybe you haven't been attending these Tuesday night hangouts and whatever, we like to design our hangouts and provide value that's unlike any of the other thousands of hangouts that are online are probably going on now. We want to be able to drill down and really give you folks what you need to succeed, because the bottom line is, guys, the bottom line is, if Sonia and I can do this, okay, you can do it. When I jumped online, nobody knew me. When I walked into that class in Raleigh, North Carolina, No, as a matter of fact, there were other people in that class. A friend of mine, we don't talk that much. I will say his name. He's a nice guy. Keith Baxter. I met him there. He had been online for like 10 years. I mean, he was like a pro. And I just felt like out of place because I was new. You know, we kind of stayed friends online. I think actually he did not join High Traffic Academy. And I think he didn't join because he didn't feel he needed it because he was almost a guru. But he's watched, here's the cool part, guys. He's watched my progress over the years. We've stayed in touch. He's watched my progress. He saw when we won the IA. He congratulated me. And I'm just telling you, folks, you can do these things. There's nothing you can't do. I'm going to do my absolute best to give you what you need because I know what you need as a marketer. But if I'm missing something, something is still not clicking, you need to let me know. I don't need to take a survey. We're a team. Talk to me. You need to let me know, and I'll be here to help you the best I can. All right, guys? Any questions before we disconnect? Any questions, guys?
No.
What, sweetheart?
I think there was some question in there.
All right. Well, why don't you look over there, see if you can find it. Christina says she loves your shirt color. Hey, what about my shirt, Christina? I'm just kidding
Thank you, Christina.
I'm just kidding you.
How do you integrate the funnel you create into System Pal? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd like to know that too.
Okay, how do you integrate? Okay, what was the question, sweetheart?
It's
well,
from
tell
Sherry.
me. What is it?
How do you I lost it again?
How do you integrate? It bounced back up.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it.
How do you integrate the funnel with System Pal?
Okay.
Like it from ClickFunnels, like the funnels are in System Pal.
Right.
I think that's what she's asking.
Okay, well, we'll just need to clarify that because the right way I'm reading it is the question is, how do you, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, how do you integrate the funnel you create?
Okay. Okay, so the question, are you asking how do you integrate the custom funnel you're creating with System Pal? Was that the question?
I think so.
Okay, if that is the question, very, very easily. But we'll talk about this. You want to be careful because with System Pal, okay, the person is opting in. They're opting in. And we don't want them to have to opt in twice. So if I put a landing page in front of my System Pal page, I'm not going to put it with an opt-in box because I don't want them to have to opt in. So think about this. System Pal is a third-party piece of software. It's third-party. So and that's another thing, guys. There's not much. They're great landing pages, but there's not much you can do with it flexibility-wise. In other words, System Pal, after somebody goes through the landing page, one of Randy's landing pages, okay, they're going to go to your customer relationship database. You know, that's what you have in System Pal. So that subscriber will be stored in your System Pal database. Okay, so and that's pretty much where the funnel ends. But if I was going to integrate it with a custom funnel or landing page, I would have to put my landing page first, okay, and then I would redirect that landing page to the System Pal page.
Oh, okay.
You follow me? But on that page, on that custom funnel, I would not ask for their email because on Randy's page is asking for email. So think about this, folks. There's different variations of landing pages. There's a one step where it's just like a static page. On that first page, you're opting in right away. And then there's also a two-step where you go to the page, there's a button, and when they click on the button, it takes them to another page, like I just showed you. It takes them to another page. On that second page, they opt in. So what you would be doing in this case, you would be making a two-step, which is great. So on that first page, you build it. It says whatever, okay? But you place a button, no opt-in. You place a button. When they click on that button, it's going to take them to Randy's page where they would opt in. You could even do a video on that first page. Like if you're not afraid of video, you can say, hey, my friend, I got something I want to share with you. I want you to check this out, blah, blah, blah. My business partner, Mr. Randy Schrum, on the next page On the next page, my business partner. See, you're pre-framing for Randy. My business partner, Mr. Randy Strum, is going to share something with you. Really, really, really incredible. Blah, 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 blah. And as far as making the connections, folks, everything team, everything I'm telling you, I will demonstrate. Telling you is not good enough, okay? I need to show you how to do it, and I will do that, okay? And I love your questions, guys.
Rupert.
I love your questions. Randy increases funnels and ClickFunnels. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But the thing is, unless he creates a share code, which he hasn't, still, we need to be able to connect like our custom page, Rupert, with Randy's. And again, it doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's ClickFunnels or lead pages, whatever. That's irrelevant. Again, all you're doing is you're and like ClickFunnels is great for this. If you're creating a custom page in ClickFunnels, you can redirect it anywhere. In fact, I could create a custom page in ClickFunnels, and I could redirect it to USI Tech. Okay, I can redirect it anywhere. So, and again, it's just about making that connection. It's very easy to do, guys. The beautiful part is also, as marketers, which I gotta go, guys. But as marketers, here's another thing: you want to be able to track. You want to be able to track your clicks. You do want to be able to track your opt-ins. But if you create a custom page of your own, you can track the number of clicks. In fact, what you could do, check this out, guys. What you can do, you could create like 3 custom pages, split test them, put them on a rotator. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I know some of you probably know. Put them on a rotator, see which one is getting the most clicks, and then just pause the other 2 and just drive all the traffic to the one that's getting the most clicks. Okay, you can put Randy's pages, which I would definitely do. You can put Randy's pages on a rotator also, but you need Click Magic. See, didn't I tell you not to cancel your tools? You need Click Magic. But I'm going to demonstrate how to do all of this, guys. And again, you're like, well, Miles, ClickFunnels cost money. Click Magic costs money. That should motivate you more to generate sales. Seriously, that should motivate you. You say, Miles, I'm already motivated. Get more motivated. But Miles, I'm already motivated. Get more motivated. Okay, it never stops, guys. So the quicker you can start generating sales, which of course we all want to help you do, well, the sooner you can pay for those tools. And not only that, guys, let's get real. Okay, you are an affiliate to those tools also. You are building your own team. Listen, this has nothing to do with the 4%. Those team members that you are bringing in, whether it's wealth generators or whatever, you can refer them to the tools. You are an affiliate. Sure, all of them probably won't use the tools, but some of them will. Again, every team member you bring in, you should share the tools with them, recommend them, and whoever joins. And whoever doesn't, doesn't. But the ones that do use the tools, guess what? You'll get an affiliate commission.
Awesome.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to run. I'm just looking at your comments here. All right, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed the training. I will see most of you. Well, I'll see you virtually at 10 o'clock. Last thing, folks. Last thing. I highly recommend everybody here, because everything we do here, guys, is very synergistically. It makes sense. It's like hand in glove. Everybody here should be planning on becoming a member of Crypto 360. We all know what's happening in the cryptocurrency space, and it's some good, some bad. But I'll sit here and say to you honestly, it's time for some of them to move over, because Vic's about to unleash the beast, and Vic is the master. Now, those of you that are fortunate enough to be in WG, combining that with what Randy is doing, which is mining. Okay, Vic is not so much focused on the mining right now, more the education, but combining that with crypto mining. Does anybody? Well, okay, I would drop this, but this is very expensive. So just Imagine that I dropped this. Okay. So we're having too much fun, sweetheart. So, all right, team, thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're brand new to our team, this is how we do it each and every week. I know you're not used to this, sponsor or business partner that really cares, but this is how we do it. So we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday night, same place, same time. Anything you want to say in closing, sweetheart?
No, it was just great hanging out with you guys, and I need to do this more often so I can get used to it.
Oh, they probably love it.
Right?
In fact, I'll give you. You can do these on your own. I'll just let you take the helm. I'll just sit back and let you do it.
No, I won't know what to say.
Yes, you.
Good night, guys.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Stay blessed, team. And as always, as I say every single week, guys. But in this case, we not me, guys. We will see you folks at the top. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.